Okay guys, so here's my new purchase, the Mantic Dwarf Mega Force. We're going to just open this up. It comes with chock full of tons and tons and tons of models that you can go crazy and do whatever you want. So what I want to do is, instead of just showing you what's in the box, I'm going to build up some of the guys, show you the regiments, show you what I'm thinking about. So it's an unboxing of sorts, but unboxing and modeling at the same time. So stay tuned and I'll show you what's in the box. Okay, so here's the whole thing. So here I've kind of broken it up. What's nice about it is you can build it into any type of force you want. So I have kind of the infantrymen there, the crossbow guys over here, war machines over here, some of the special characters here, some of the extra stuff that you get. There are my cavalry, my Brock Riders, and like I said, there's the riflemen back there. So you can kind of break it up into what you want to do, but it's a ton of stuff, and for the price, it's really excellent. So what I want to do is just kind of break it down. What I do is I put all my models on these 1x1 squares, so you can kind of work on something and move it over, and then if you're waiting the base coat to dry, something to dry, I leave it on that, move it over to the side, then you can start working on other projects. So we're going to just do one-on-one in depth. Okay, so here are the Brock Riders. They're really cool. There's like these badger-like dudes. Okay, but the thing is, there's this huge line here, so I got to fill that in with green stuff. The Brock Riders are actually pretty cool. This is what it looks like. One of them, he's mounted on. Okay, and I didn't put it all together. Put a little blue tack in there because I wanted to see what it looked like. So I want to paint the Brocks first, and then paint the Brock Riders. Okay, and then you have some dead dwarfs here. I'm going to use them as wound counters. And here's one of my favorite things, the Dwarf Throwing Masters. I don't know if you can see that little dude. So I'm going to paint them up like the dogs I have now. And, you know, all the fun things. And they're just cool to have. So this is the first set, my cavalry, dead dwarfs, and dogs. So some of the long range guys, these are the Iron Watch. These guys are kind of cool. They have their rifles. And you know, the only thing is there's some of these little spaces in between. You have to get a little green stuff. Pretty cool. These are the regular guys that you could either put a rifle on them or a crossbow. I like them a lot. These are going to be the part of my Rangers, so I like these guys. So this is the ranged guys, you know, rifles and shooting goodness. Okay, so this is all infantry dudes. Here we go. These are the bulwarkers. They have the pikes. So there's your pikemen. Very cool. Got the metal. And I just recently learned that I think the metal is cheaper to do up front. The plastic is very expensive up front, but cheaper later on. This is cheaper up front, but more expensive later on. So I guess that's why they did it. I don't know why. These guys are the Axemen. And what's cool about them is they have shields. So I'm going to do the shields later and kind of put them on. So these are exactly the same as those guys, but they have the hammers. And these guys here are the Axemen with shields, and I put a few hammers in there and stuff. So very cool. Like them a lot. These guys are the Iron Guard. I like these guys a lot. They have basically coming down with a whole host of dwarven goodness, two-handed dwarven goodness on you. A lot of these little doohickeys there. Okay, so in the infantry, I have these. And what these are, I gave them the horn, but I didn't do the arms yet because I want to put a standard on them. So they'll be showing you what regiment is there. So is it a regiment of Rangers or Iron Guard or Ironclad or whatever. So I'm going to wait to do that. I'm going to wait as I build the army to see what we can do with those. Okay, so these are the war machines. So now what's cool is you get a few different types of war machines. So here's a big bombard. Here are the flame belchers or the iron belchers, and you can switch these guys off and you can make it into an organ gun. So I got to figure out, I think with the magnetization and the magnetic paint, I'll be able to switch and figure out what I want to use. So they come with a good host of stuff. What I really like Dude's in the back smoking a pipe, drinking a beer. If this guy had a cigar, he'd be perfect. But you know, made them the crew. These guys are like the crew of it. Now, you don't even need these. This is just for aesthetics in the game. As long as you have the war machines, you're fine. But I thought that a few crew members getting in here would make the models look so much better. Also, here's a Warsmith. I like this guy, all metal. It's hard to see the details with my fingers, also with the metal, but when I paint it up, when you do your base coat, everything gets revealed. And this guy, I guess he's another Warsmith. It's just another metal model. He's got the telescope here, and he's looking through. You know, I think there's a little fire in here. I guess he's one of the main characters. You can make him whatever you want, which is actually very nice. All right, so one of the things that I really enjoyed is putting together these guys. So in every army, the way it's set up, like say this is the base, your center guy is the guy you measure everything from. So what I did was I just made some characters to go in each of those individual units. Okay, this guy was pretty cool. Put him with dual wielding hammers, so just you can go crazy. And here's my boys. You know, after a rough night of defending from ogres and orcs and whatnot, you grab a cold frosty brew. So these guys are going to be probably leading the pack or in the back of the pack, just hanging out. So you know, it's really really good as a hobbyist and a modeler to do all this great stuff. And then here's what as anybody who does dioramas and modeling and stuff is cool, because look, tons and tons and tons of bits, more bits than you know what to do with. So if you're gonna do dioramas or whatnot, this is really cool because you got tons of things to do. And if you want to convert some guys, maybe some old models or from different companies, whatnot, you got it all here. I mean, I got a billion shields, billions of the shields, and using those or the hammers or heads and pikes and different types of standards and whatnot, arms, and you can rip some stuff off. So you know, the possibilities are in this. You don't have to make a generic army. You could just build it up any way you want. Okay guys, so that's it. That's the Dwarf Mega Army. This box is chock full of great stuff. And just be prepared, because myself and the crew, we all have a few armies. So right now we're in the process of painting and building and doing all the great stuff. So stick around for all the good Kings of War goodness. You'll see some battle reports, some hobby reports, some diorama building and whatnot, interviews. So it's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to getting into a new game and bringing you some awesome videos. So if you can, drop me a like, leave a comment below, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.